All my life I have been a mess. I grew up dirt poor and had a chaotic life. I could probably write pages if I were to tell everything I've been through. My mom would always tell me that the hard times would only make me stronger. But that wasn't true. The trauma just made me an anxious person. Instead of developing skills, doing homework, or socializing, I spent a lot of the time in escapism. Some days I would just lay in my bed, feeling too sick to move. I was into skateboarding, but the combination of my depression and poor nutrition caused me to get fatigued fast, and so I wouldn't practice for long. I was very deep in my head all of the time. I was too nervous to talk to girls or even make friends. I was just too unsure of myself and was anxious to the point where my voice would shake when talking to a stranger. I came to find out later that I am actually not bad looking and I could have dated if I was just more confident in myself. But it was hard to feel confident when I couldn't afford clothes that fit me, and I didn't have a dad to teach me how to shave or groom myself. When I graduated high school, I somehow managed to get accepted into a university, but I spent my first year smoking weed and not doing homework, eventually getting kicked out for letting my GPA drop too low. I spent another 3 years in this college town not really doing anything except working as a dishwasher, smoking weed, and reading pseudo-intellectual literature. I was getting into a lot of pseudo-intellectual ideas at the time. I've come to realize this was just desperation of feeling intelligent after being such a loser my whole life. I was stuck, couldn't bring myself to make a decision and move forward with my life. One day the universe made a decision for me. The house I was renting in was burned down in a forest fire. I was living in the mountains. With nowhere else to go, I returned to my hometown to live with mother. I spent another 3 years trying out various jobs. I tried construction, but I was a slow learner, and after a year of backbreaking work, I was laid off. Now I am 26 years old, delivering packages for Amazon and taking community college classes. It'll be about 3 years before I get my bachelor's if things go smoothly. I can't stand living with my mother. My relationship with her is complicated. She herself is a mess and can be toxic sometimes. She triggers a lot of traumatic memories from my past. But the city I live in is stupidly expensive, and I am afraid of paying rent on my own while attending school full-time. I feel guilty for not taking advantage of the opportunity one had in university. I could have already been working a high-paying job and helping my mother out by now if I were to just do my homework. But here I am, back where I started, and I have no excuses except for I was a depressed, lazy loser smoking weed all the time. I didn't even party or date much. I wasted most of my life doing pretty much nothing, and I've been having trouble coming to terms with it. Even now that I am doing better, I always think, why couldn't I have just done this sooner? My life wouldn't be such a mess. I just threw away my 20s pretty much. I feel like an idiot all the time.